Hey everybody, I'm Monty.
I'm the Duchess of Art.
It's your boy Ronaldo's back in the house.
Hey guys, yes, we are back. It's been a minute. We seen the crew is back in the first three episodes of season two from the hit show Bel-Air. We seen it. Good to be back, guys. Good to be back. I know long hiatus for the crew. We're back. And glad to be back. Okay, I got the experts with me again. We're going to be breaking down season two of an exciting show. How's everybody been, man? Fresh off the Oscars, things like that. Sorry about the auntie. Thought she was gonna take it home. She ain't take it home, man. That was something else. But we still love her though. But y'all didn't checked out anything interesting since last we talked. Anything else? I've checked out Last of Us. Um,
Oh,
I'll put it like this. I started checking out because I actually played the game, but I played part two. I never played the first game, and I guess the first season was the first game. So I found it kind of interesting, and I won't get no spoilers because they say they're gonna do it like the whole first two games, and so I do know what's gonna happen next season now that very interesting. Y'all checked out anything else interesting that you watched?
Yeah, I
uh,
did.
go ahead, Ronaldo.
I did watch the first three episodes of that, but I fell off on it. I didn't get I haven't seen it all the way through. I think they're on like episode 9 or something now.
Yeah, they just finished, just did the season finale. So
Been up on the Mandalorian and then started back up.
Mando's
Yeah.
back. Mando's back, definitely. Sage,
Oh man, of
Francis.
course, Duchess. It's all right. Duchess Sage Date. I'm here. Uh, let's see. Of course, Mandalorian is number one on the list because Star Wars fan. And this past week, I actually watched Unprisoned with Katy Perry, or not Katy Perry, Kerry Washington,
Oh yeah,
and that was a really good it was like it was good comedy, but it really touched on a lot of like issues people deal with that got family that go into the system and they just constantly in and out. And it was really good. The editing was really good. I liked how they depicted like the younger selves against their older selves. It was something you should check out. Definitely.
seen that advertised. It's Kerry Washington and a favorite actor of mine, Delroy Lindo.
Yeah, I
Yes.
want to see that.
Love him.
Yeah,
So yeah,
he is hilarious in it. You love it. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to check that out. I've seen that's Hulu. I've seen the advertised on Hulu. I don't know where it originates on, but um, and really quick too, I did. I want to say I caught Creed 3, and
Oh, I heard that was good.
I'll
Okay.
say this: if you haven't seen it,
Okay.
I'm going to spoil it, of course, but for a debut directing performance by Michael B. Jordan. Very good job. And I'll say this: I was very like cinematically, it is amazing. Some of the shots that they do, it's some really
Wow.
great ideas. So check out Creed 3 if you have not. It's very well done, especially for that a big franchise like that. First time directing, he did a really good job. So shout out
A
Mike B.
movie, a movie
Yeah.
that I went to go see. The second Avatar. Um,
Oh yeah,
from history, normally the sequel don't be as good as the original, but I have to say this sequel was probably better.
I've
It's
heard.
not as good because I really did like the first one, but
Yeah.
this sequel definitely was great.
I've heard that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. They getting on me. I haven't even. I'm late to the party on Avatar. I know everybody. That's a lot. You
Yeah.
know, we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to do a show. Like,
You
what
gotta do this.
haven't you seen that everybody thinks you've seen? We're gonna have to do that one day. Everybody got. I'm
Yeah,
in.
Avatar, the second one, man, it was because I wasn't like a super big fan of the first one. It wasn't like, oh my God, I gotta go see this in the movies. Like the very first one, I got it bootlegged from one of my classmates who downloaded it on my laptop. So I still got it on my laptop. But what I'm saying is, I wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna go see Avatar. It looks so amazing. I'm like,
Yeah, I
I
didn't
can't,
either.
I can't wait
Like
to
I'm
stream it.
I'm halfway through the first one. I was like, I'm okay. Everybody's saying the second one's really good. I was like, let me try to catch up. I'm halfway through the first one. I'm gonna finish that, and then I go to the second one. It just, I'm not denying that it's probably, I'm sure it's great. It just never really, for some reason, never really. But anyway, we digress. We're gonna get to, so with 3 in, y'all gotta understand. See, so we had to get to episode 3. Ronaldus is big time, so I guess he gets these media screeners or whatever. But when he talked to me a couple weeks ago, he's like, "Man, yeah, you up on Bel-Air?" I was like, I forgot it was back." He's like, "Yeah," he's like, I'm through episode 3. And when I looked on the IMDb, I said, "Man, Big Ron, I think they only." He's like, "Hey, well, the way I got it, I got all 3." So I said, "Well, we're gonna have to wait a couple weeks to recap, because you ahead of he big time now, you know what I'm saying? When you get to be media stuff, they just send you stuff, you know what I'm saying?" But
Oh wow.
we're 3 weeks in, and quick recap. Will started out, of course, we left off with Will leaving the house, very amazing still. Came so impressed with Marlon Wayans playing his father. That was a big blow up.
That was really good.
A lot of fallout. He left the house. There's a lot of tension. They start back, and he's back. He comes back to the house. He reconciles, gets things right. Him and Uncle Phil try to quickly go through everybody. At this point, Hillary's still in the influencer house. She's trying to take over now, build. They pushed the one guy out. Carlton's in his journey now. Him and Will seem closer than ever now, which is good, but he's still kind of fighting some things on his own. Ashley, which we're going to get into, is a lot of this first couple episodes. Ashley has some stuff to do in this. She's got a new teacher, and we're going to hit on that we see come into play. On Viv, of course, still with the art thing, she's trying to still get her own notoriety, carve her own niche. She's fighting with that. Uncle Phil, of course, trying to balance everything. He lost his bid for election. He's trying to get back in with his crew, and they're kind of hands off. So everybody's trying to get the home back together. And by the time we get to episode 3, even Jeffrey is back. But everything's kind of tenuous. Everything, it's like, okay, we cool, but they back so fast, some stuff got to happen, because we, and side note as well, Jazz and Hillary are official, somewhat, kind of, all like that. So, said all that, I'll start with Ronaldus. Ronaldus, your recap, how do you feel 3 episodes in of Bel-Air?
3 episodes in, it picked right back up. But with a little more twist. I like the fact that they are the new calls that they have, well, let me pause for a second. They did bring back one of our old actors from the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was Tatiana Ali. She's not playing Ashley, she's playing the teacher at the new Ashley school. Yeah. But she gets fired for going outside of the curriculum. So when her getting fired, they then picked up this militant clause of why has this middle school, this suburban middle school in Bel-Air has fired one of their only black teachers. So the Black Student Union has taken up this clause to boycott and protest the firing of this teacher. So I like how they have a militant clause in there. I like how they have basically touched on in the first 3 episodes. They have shown where each character is now in their progression. You have Carlton. He's trying to wean himself off of his anxiety medicine, but you still see this backstory of how he's dealing with anxiety. You have the mother. She's going on with her career, and then they're showing different things of how the challenges of her with this overbearing boss who has put her into position to redo her art, but he's trying to take control of like, yeah, this is my pupil under me type of thing. You have Will and the uncle Philip Banks trying to mend their relationship back. You have Will trying to get back into the house where He left because he left out of the house at the end of the last season's episode. But you have him reintegrating back into the house. But he has this little side hustle and this little thing where he's trying to now make it to college. But he's trying to do it in a different means than high school, college pros. So you have these backstories, and you see how they're all starting to make a new season.
Yeah.
Such as your thoughts, episodes 1 through 3.
Ooh, well, you know, this show has always had it started with a fire, it ended with a fire. The fire has been rekindled at this point. Everybody came back, with their drama. But at the same time, you have this recovery aspect that the whole family is going through, and people's roles really being solidified at the very beginning now of this second season. So now we have the Carlton that we know and love as, yeah, cousin Carlton versus cousin Carlton. You know what I'm saying? And then you got you have but Will is now on his militant kick, and he is pushing for his own independence, as we can see in these first 3 episodes. And we see a little bit of even tension with the relationships that he built outside of the house with the local LA people versus, what he goes against with his uncle. So we got another little see a little tiff coming up there with that. I just want to know what Jeffrey doing right now.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
and
that. We'll talk about
mm,
that. Yeah.
and just seeing the progression between Hillary and Jazz, I'm like, okay, I
Yep.
can see this.
Yep.
But boundaries. That's good. And then a friend that she went into uh business with, who is she really your friend? Frenemies. I can see that happening in the distant future. So it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to observe. It's a lot to see how these storylines are going to play out in this new season.
Yeah, let's stay with Hillary real quick because she's in a situation where she's in business with this influencer, but where we left them at season 3, they're really about to looks like they're about to split apart because Hillary's trying to do a deal for brand. She lands a huge brand with the influencer. It's like a drink, I guess, a water drink or something. But the influencer wants to do her own little thing, and they've already been butting heads a lot. But at the end, she's like, I'm not doing the deal. Hillary is like, I'm going to do the deal. You know what I mean? And you kind of see each of the kids kind of coming to a head with that. Like when we talk, like with Will, Will's got this basketball thing, and he's just like, I don't want Uncle Phil's help. I don't want Uncle Phil's help. I want to do this my own because Carlton is like, why are you out here hustling? Why are you just, let him help you out? And he's to the point because of what he's been through and stuff that I just want to do it on my own. And so he's on that kick. And then this militant stance with the protests is just another way for him to really, he's trying to prove his own self. Even little Ashley, was vibing with her teacher and getting books and all that, but she feels guilt because the teacher got fired and was like, was she giving me books? Did that push her over the edge? So she's really trying to spearhead to try to get her teacher back with all of that. And then, we have Carlton, who is really embraced. Him and Will are closer than ever, which is, you like to see that. And they're really working hard. But Carlton still has that ambition as well. And let me tell you what I love about Carlton is that the older teacher tells him, we can get you this and that. You can be the first student body president, blah, 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 and all that. And he's with the black folk. He was corny at first, but he with the black folk. And then Carlton, he's having thoughts. And, a little sugar pie kind of had Carlton's eyes. So he's like, protest. Yeah, power to the people. And he I was like, okay, old Carlton. But at the end of it, his anxiety takes over and he kind of reverts back. So all the kids have these storylines that are pulling them as well. So let me ask this thing. So if we kind of so much going on, let's get to one of the more intriguing plots, and that's Jeffrey. Jeffrey comes back. At first it's really tension with him and Uncle Phil. And then they kind of work it out. Everybody wants him back. Viv wants him back. Of course, Uncle Phil felt betrayed, because Jeffrey told Will about his father and all of that, and that kind of started some things. Jeffrey comes back, but the last thing we see is Jeffrey's like in Uncle Phil's office. He kind of does a quick look at the laptop, tries to check some things out. He can't get in, and then when he comes in, they do a little cutaway when Uncle Phil comes back in, and Jeffrey's just chilling. Hey, what's up? And I'm like, what was that? So Duchess, well, let's get your thoughts. What is the motive? What's going on with Jeffrey?
Is he MI5? Is he like, so what he really want to do? I know he had some words to say because he was feeling some type of way about his own son, about his own relationship, and things like that with that. And I'm wondering if Uncle Phil has or knows some information about the reason or why they had to have that separation, and there may be some information that he's looking for to really help him figure out where is my son, what's going on with him, because technically I'm not supposed to have no type of communication or ties with him as his mother, but you could tell even with him coming back, that was still something that was weighing on him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's in investigation mode because he really want to find his family.
Yeah. Ronaldus, any thoughts on Jeffrey's moves?
Yeah, Duchess hit it right on the nail. I'm hoping that it's just that, because I can't really see Jeffrey. They would really take Jeffrey character to something different than who Jeffrey is. If Jeffrey is on some espionage, sneaky behind Philip Banks' back, I think he's just trying to get the information that Philip won't give. Philip Banks got this some type of thing like he's just the king over this crew, and he to protect the people that's under him, he will withhold things that he feel will hurt them or or for lack of better words, to hurt them. So I think he's trying to keep him from a certain situation with his son or his son's mother to protect him.
Yeah,
I can see that. Like I just Uncle Phil is using all of his attorney power and connections to really hold some stuff together that we don't really know about.
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't know fully Jeffrey's history. We just know when Uncle Phil utilizes Jeffrey, the stuff start happening. Jeffrey, check out my man's, and Jeffrey be getting to the bottom of it. I mean, Sage, you kind of joked about it, but he might be MI5. I don't know. Like Jeffrey be finding info on junk, be getting stuff. I don't even know. But Ronaldus, I agree. It seems like Uncle Phil just feels like at the end of the day, for protection mode, it might be a way we don't agree with, but he feels like he's trying to protect everybody from themselves and do the right thing. And if he's got to be the heavy, he has to be the heavy, and he makes these hard decisions, even though, still these people might deserve the right to decide for themselves, but he's trying to decide for them. And so that's why it always comes to a head with Will, because Will is so impetuous, and Will kind of doesn't, he didn't grow up with this father figure over him. So, which is how, even when in the first show, it was always like that as well. And so, even with this basketball thing, Will is like, no, this guy's good. He's good. He's this scout guy's gonna help me out. And immediately Uncle Phil is just like, I don't know.
Find out.
Right. So you already see it. You see it coming there. But I wouldn't think. I think it's totally about Jeffrey's family, his son. That's what I think this is about. He's trying to maybe figure something out that maybe Uncle Phil knows and doesn't want to know, or he can't let him know. To this point, we will see. We have not really seen. We brought about with Viv, the boss, the art director guy that's kind of pinning her down, and she's really getting upset with that. She actually is now going to use Lisa to be her assistant to kind of help her up. To get some
Oh yeah, that's right. It is Lisa.
Yeah.
Cause it was I remember she asked Hillary, but she ended up having to go with
like,
Lisa.
I'm swamped. And she got Lisa to do it. Now, I want to bring up one more character, a new character. We also, if you remember the show, Jackie, who was played by Tyra Banks famously before, which from the show is now in play.
I didn't put them two together, but
yeah, that's the Jackie. I mean, that's the only
okay.
That's the Jackie, and this is Jackie here. Now, different kind of characters. Jackie in this show is the niece of the scout that Will is trying to get in with.
But this niece and this new one, man, like she got all my radar antennas going boot. Like, don't trust her, Will. Don't trust her.
Say. Like, I'm a little worried about that because, you know, she immediately got Will to sneak out. You know what I mean? You know, meet me after hours. I mean, Inglewood come out. You know, and things like that. But for Will, he's like, she's probably my best avenue to the uncle. And she knows that, so she's gonna try to do all of that. What do we think about Miss Jackie, Duchess? You got any thoughts on Miss Jackie?
Man, I knew she was trouble from the moment he laid eyes on her. I was like, no, because she gonna be related to this dude. I just knew.
Oh, you knew that? I didn't see that.
I was like, she gonna have to be related to this dude. How does she know what's gonna really impress him?
Oh,
why are you the only chick by yourself out here with your dog at the back? It's not like you about to play basketball. Right. It's not like you out there with a crew of girls. I mean, I play basketball. I'm not about to go to a basketball game by myself. And I'm not going to be a female that don't play basketball that go to a basketball game like that by myself.
Smart thinking. See, I'm
like, oh, and you see this guy and you just gonna instantly say something to him about your dog. Get your dog out of space first off. That's a whole other thing. But I knew she was gonna be related to him somehow. I thought that was gonna be her dad. Come find out it's the uncle. So he about to use that to his advantage because he know, oh, you like my niece.
Hey, Ronaldez, and real quick, that first day when Will saw her, he was balling out, wasn't he? You know how that is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
See, old Jackie, he's like,
So, Jackie, but that's set up 101, hustle 101. Get the pretty girl to get them all off his square, get them at ease, and he don't see the con coming. He don't see the angle. So
yeah. So that's something to watch as well. And quickly on our boy Carlton, he was doing good, man. You know, he was kind of the cause to get the teacher back, and they were kind of putting him in the forefront. You know, the black folk was rocking with him, but he just at the end of the day he couldn't do it. And you know, the little chickadee, she kind of gave him a side eye, like, oh, this dude. You know, they kind of clowned him because he's trying to keep the peace. So I'm a little worried about C with the anxiety because he's kind of trying to get off these meds and get regular, but he really kind of had a meltdown there, and you know, Will had to end up kind of taking over, you know, with the sign and all that. But even with that, you can see Carlton just like, oh boy, I don't know what I'm getting myself into.
Yeah, he ain't over his head.
He's in a real identity crisis, I feel. But
I think that pressure too from Will, because Will is such an influential character, you know, that it's like, man, okay, if I let my cousin down, then, you know, I'm letting everybody down. And so Will has just this way where he just keeps pushing, where it's like, okay, I'm not going to say no, but then me not saying no is going to put me in a bad position anyway, even if I don't say no. So it's like, do I succumb to my cousin's peer pressure, be one for the people? Or do I just be like, look, I got to watch out for myself this time? And because you know, it's always like that though in our community. You have to, it's like you either got to be like crazy out there doing stuff, or if you sitting back, it's like, well, you not even fighting for nothing, but you don't know how I fight.
Yeah, he can learn things from Will, but he got to be a little bit more assertive because his path to his dreams and his goals is a little different path than Will's path. So he just have to be, even though Will can be overbearing and he wants to learn certain things of on a social level, that Will is trying to undertake them, because they did this thing where they in these 3 episodes where they was like, we Batman and Robin, and where Will is Batman and he is Robin. Will's trying to help him be more assertive with the females and be more get rid of his social awkwardness. So, but he has to be able to say, well, yeah, I can look, Will, that cause is all fine. I want to be a part of that, but I need to get to this place where I'm trying to make it to Princeton, and I want to be. It's a certain thing that in their school where it's almost like a valedictorian, but it's not a valedictorian where you got to get voted into it, where the peers vote you in, the staff vote you in, and to get that, he can't be the token black person on this cause. So he need to be able to say, look, bro, I I'm for this, but I can't be that guy. Let me fall back. And if I believe if he would say things to Will like that, Will will understand and fall back instead of pushing
Well, to take it a step further in all this, I think he needs to say that to everybody because I
yeah.
think Carlton's trying to please everybody.
Everybody. Yeah.
Trying to
That's
please
what
the
it is.
faculty, trying to please his parents, trying to please Will, trying to please the little girlfriend. And that's going to pull him in too many directions. He's got to, Will just going to be who Will is. You know what I'm saying? Even Hillary just going to do her thing. And but Carlton is
Mm-hmm.
like, and you see that anxiety on his face. And it's like, man, I don't know. And, that never works out where you're trying to just make everybody happy. You're going to at some point have to be like, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody criticized me before they criticize me,
Just got to take it. Yeah.
take it.
That's
But
my path.
trying to please everybody is,
Yeah.
is going to be rough. But
He was all on board with it until that. What was she, a faculty
yeah,
student advisor,
yeah,
Yeah.
which is faculty, came to him and was like, look, yeah, no, you
yeah.
can't. Now, if you want this, you can't be that guy.
Right.
He started, yeah. So that's something to watch as well. Before we go though, I do want to say what I do really appreciate about this show is just a word I've made up. Black excellence. I love seeing it. The show just looks amazing. It's they're immaculately dressed. I mean, it is really just we haven't seen enough of this. So I'm glad we're seeing it now. We didn't really get like the 90210 shows back in the day and all that stuff, but to see this on such a high level, I always love it. The way the houses and the things, but it's not gaudy. It's just these are very well-to-do, African American people, and this is their community. They're in Bel-Air, and that's what the original show was trying to do to show us as well. So I really do appreciate that. So what we're gonna probably do, y'all, is if I should have checked this right now. I think this is a 10 episode season. Let me make sure really quick and check. On Let me see on IMDb Bel-Air. This is yes. So this is going to be 10 episodes. So what we're going to do, we're through 3. We'll be back in 2 weeks at the halfway point. And then depending on where we go from there, we might go week to week. We'll see. But we've got 3 in. We're going to watch these next 2 coming up. I mean, Ronaldo's probably already got them because he big time. But, we'll see. We'll see where we go from there. And we'll pick it up again, and then we might if it gets really good. But any predictions before we go coming up for the rest of the season? I'll start. My prediction is that we're going to see the Jeffrey thing is going to play out big, and it could be end up good or detrimental. I mean, we saw Will and his father; it was a big blow up. But we're little Jeff Jr. whatever it is, that's going to come to a head whether Phil intervenes or not, somehow, some way. And if he ends up not trusting, I don't know, but I know that much. That's going to get resolved some kind of way this season. Any other predictions? Duchess, will ask you first.
Oh man, the end of this episode that just happened. I don't know what's about to happen with him in this basketball thing, but I got a good feeling he's gonna be the number one suspended. And he gonna go back to the street doing his thing, and it's gonna be some conflict between Uncle Phil and a little scout dude and his new girlfriend interest.
Oh, that's right though. You brought up a good point. They are suspended. They gonna get. I forgot about that.
They gonna get suspended.
Will
Yeah.
show them getting suspended off of that.
He about to take the fall for it.
Yeah, he definitely will. Ronaldus.
One thing I've noticed in this season that I didn't notice in the last season, because the original Bel-Air was a comedy, the original Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So now it's a dramatization of Bel-Air, and now you take the original character that was played by Will Smith, had a lot of ad libs and funny things, and that overshadowed Will Smith, the character, is a jerk. And now that you don't see all of that funny stuff going on that he did, he's a jerk. Like, so my prediction in this season is a lot of things and a lot of ways he's kind of done people, it's gonna come back to bite him, especially like with his basketball team and different things where he showed he's not a team player. He won't really listen to Uncle Phil. He think he knows everything. He think he, like you said, I'm my own man. Like, all my money ain't gotta come from Phil. Like, I can do this on my own. So he has all these ideas. He think he's grown, and all this stuff is building up to it's gonna explode in his face.
Ronaldus, that's a great observation. I think we do need to say for the record, Will's kind of a jerk. Like, I'm gonna bring up a scenario. That move he tried to pull when Lisa was talking to old boy with the art thing when they were planning the stuff, like, you know, classic jerk dude move. Like, you don't want Lisa. You talking you talking to Jackie on the side, but then when you see, I can help. I can do the things for you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Oh no, we got it. Will, you want to help us? No, I was like, yo, that's dude, man. Like, he can't get out of his own way, you know.
Yeah, that got me. That got me. I was like, get out of here. Yo, trash self. Get out of here. You ain't even too damn flies right now. Talk about some, y'all paint them signs. Get out of here. Get out. We're gonna call your Uber to pick you up.
Yeah. He's gonna have to get humble some more. Like you say, the team on him and all of that stuff. He's gonna have to listen. We're probably gonna see Mama come back at some point too. Mama gonna have to come back through at some point. Yeah, guys. So we'll do that. We'll see you in 2 weeks for the halfway point. See where we're gonna be at, and then we'll see how we'll do the next 5. But this is the We See the Crew. We're gonna be back coming up again, man. It's some good things coming down the pipe. We kind of were waiting, kind of biding our time to see what we want to do, this one, that one. We need to do more movies though. We like doing shows because shows give us more content because they can do. But we got to hit some movies as well. What we are going to do, we are going to do that show. We might bring a bunch of people in there. We're going to do a show. What haven't I seen? And just
what haven't I seen? What haven't I seen?
Right, you got to think. But you'd be surprised. You know, it's like, wait, you didn't see Malcolm X? I ain't never saw him. Like, bro, what are you talking about? How you never saw him?
If you ain't seen Malcolm X,
you ain't seen Malcolm X, dare say, if you ain't seen Schindler's List, you ain't seen nothing.
Look, if you a person of color and you sitting up here and you ain't seen Color Purple, look here, you better go see that tonight. We can just sit here and have conversations based on what they said in that movie.
People, come in. Good morning. This is what this is. I don't even need to say that. I don't even need to say that. But yeah, that might have to. We're going to do a show. We're going to do that show as well. So stay with us. We back and better than ever. Mighty Sharp Network. We Seen the Crew. Thank you to Duchess and Ronaldus. Guys, you know what to do. Please be blessed. Stay sharp.